What's going on, guys? TKD123 back over video, and today we'll talk about a new update that's coming to Overwatch. Now, the past few days have been kind of slow, you know what I'm saying, just a little bit slow in the news cycle, not really a lot to talk about. We have a PS4 update coming with that has no, patch on server, stuff like that. So I thought, let's just talk about the Overwatch update that will be coming out here in a few days, and actually next week. So it is the Summer Games update. It will be returning just like last year, and it'll run from August 8th through the 29th. So the August 8th through the 29th, you'll be able to just join in on the seasonal event that is the Summer Games, right? And I think that these seasonal events are super great for multiplayer only games. I feel like these are awesome to have, and even in games that have a one-player mode as well. Like, I feel like just these events really do breathe a lot of life into the game and really do kind of keep people coming back, what I'm saying, like for these seasonal events, right? Like just like whether it be something for the summer like this one, or something for the fall, or for the winter, or for the spring, what I'm saying. I just like these seasonal events overall. I feel like they're great to add to any multiplayer game, and this is no different. But this Summer Games Overwatch update will be very similar to the one that we got last year in 2016, right? So the most prominent thing here, I guess the most enticing thing, is of course the game modes, but that does not leave out the existence of skins that you'll be able to have access to in terms of the Summer Games update, right? So we are getting a bunch of legendary skins, epic skins, rare tier and common tier skins, and stuff like that, and they have all been kind of, I think, tweaked in their kind of credit values. So how they're doing it this year is that they are still bringing back all of the cosmetic skins and everything, and those skins that you maybe didn't get from last year's Summer Games event into this one. So you can still be able to purchase those legendary skins, those epic skins, stuff like that. However, they will be highly reduced in cost as opposed to last year, right? So now with legendary skins, they're going to cost about 1,000 credits for the 2016 variants, 250, 75, and 25 for the epic, rare, and common skins, respectively. So that's pretty cool, just in case you guys didn't get your hands on any of those cool skins that were last year. However, for the new 2017 skins, they are obviously a little more pricey and stuff like that. We have legendary skins at 3,000 credits. Then we have epic, rare, and common with 750, 225, and 75 credits respectively. So that's where things get a little more pricey, but of course, it makes sense because these skins here are not rehashes of last year's. They are brand new content, so definitely makes sense there. Now, me, I never really got any skins. I've never been really any big on skins for Overwatch. Never really that big of a deal to me. That doesn't really entice me at all. With games, skins, they're just whatever to me. I'm saying, I don't really have like a good ambition to get them, whatever. But hey, if you are down for skins and you want these cool looking cosmetics, feel free to get those as well, when the update finally launches next week. And the big appeal for the Overwatch Summer Games, right, is the return of Lucioball. Lucioball is returning again. It was there last year for the Summer Games, and now it is back here again. And also coming with it is the same stadium, the Rio Stadium, that was the main prominent focal point for Lucioball back in 2016. However, in 2017, for this year, they'll be adding a brand new map as well. They'll be adding this map called Sydney, and we haven't really gotten any gameplay of it or any looks of it. We just got one still screenshot that I'll put up on the screen over here, but that is all we have right now. And there have also been changes and tweaks made to Lucio himself with his abilities within the game mode. So before, during Lucioball, I'm saying, like, Lucio will be able to kind of suck up the ball wherever the ball is at towards him, right? So kind of like, some sort of like force push or like force pull, whatever you want to call it. That's what he, would used to be able to do during, Lucioball and everything with his special ability. But now he will be having that removed, and instead he will now have increased speed and increased speed of his bop with his ability that's already standard with the game, rather than having the ball pulling towards him. So that's what's a little bit different there. I feel like maybe that's more of a, I guess, balancing issue. Maybe, I don't know why they would change it if it wasn't broken, but who knows? Like, maybe it was broken, I don't know. But yeah, so that's what they're gonna do. They're gonna change that about Lucio in this new update as well. And kind of talking about this whole competitive talk, to kind of steer away from the Summer Games event, that's pretty much all the info that they gave. Nothing really more to talk about here. But I do want to talk about a story that came out last week about the Overwatch competitive scene. Now, this, I think, is huge, not only for Overwatch, but kind of for competitive gaming as a whole, right? And this really does establish a sense of credibility, a sense of seriousness when it comes to competitive gaming, right? And so here we are talking about about the Overwatch League's new minimum player salaries and benefits. Now, I'm sure this was kind of talked about last week. I mean, I don't know, I just never got to it, but today we're going to talk about it right here, right? So what they're going to break down here is that each player on a competitive Overwatch team will have to earn a minimum of $50,000 per year. Also, teams will be required to sign players to a 1-year contract, so they're locked into a 1-year contract, which they can also be extended to 2 years if the player and the organization chooses to. In addition to the minimum salary, teams must also provide their players with health insurance, a retirement savings plan, and housing and practice facilities during the season. So this definitely does sound like, you know, they are very much legitimizing, you know, that's not a word. I think it is. Yeah, legitimizing, that's probably not a word. But, you know, they are really showing a sense of seriousness when it comes to competitive gaming and, you know, just competitive Overwatch, you know, talking more specifically. And then they get into a little bit more weird stuff here with the math. So I guess I'm just gonna read, like, I'm just gonna read this, you know, just straight up verbatim, right? So it says, on top of that, at least 50% of bonuses earned from winning events must go directly to the players. The bonus pool for all events in Season 1 is 2.5 million, with at least 1 million of that going to the championship team alone. For a team with only 6 players, that's at least another $83,000 per player for winning Season 1. So I guess if you win, there's a, I guess, maybe a bigger pool for you to win from, I guess. Maybe that's what they're getting at here. I'm not sure if that was an issue where if you won, you weren't getting that much for winning. I'm sure how that's kind of worded, but, you know, because I'm not really, you know, that, you know, into or that, you know, knowledgeable of, you know, the process of winning a competitive, you know, championship, whatever, and how that, you know, translates to revenue. But I guess that's how they're going to change it up, you know, going forward with Overwatch competitive scene. And currently right now, 7 cities around the world have confirmed that they'll have teams representing them in the Overwatch League, and those, you know, whole entire cities are Boston, Los Angeles, Miami/Orlando, New York City, San Francisco, Seattle, and Shanghai. And so those all 7 cities have agreed to these terms, you know, for them, you know, in the Overwatch League. And also what's really cool here, which I didn't even realize I even know about, right? So, you know, like we have, you know, on the Call of Duty scene that's competitively, right? Like we have FaZe, we have Optic, you know what I'm saying, we have Envy, and all those people, you know, are just organizations of just random people. Like they're not representing a state, they're not representing a city. But here in the Overwatch League, it looks like, you know, they have teams that are centered towards cities, which is really cool, really dope. I like that idea because that really does kind of at least make it more, I would say, more edible, if you will, you know, to the average person. Like, hey, like this is the Boston team playing against, you know, the New York City team, you know, versus saying, oh, like I'm watching Call of Duty competitively, you know, being played, you know, towards Envious versus Optic. Like that just sounds so weird to me. I mean, not like to me, but, you know, weird to the average person. So I feel like having it more towards cities is a way better idea of explaining it and everything. And since Blizzard has set the first, you know, rotation of competitive gameplay and everything signing window between August 1st and October 30th, we are going to see some rosters start to form and everything, stuff like that. So this looks pretty, I just like this news overall because it really does show that, you know, Blizzard is doubling down on competitive gaming, and this is, and these sound like, you know, real terms that you would get on like a regular, you know, national team, where it'd be like the NFL or the NBA. Like these sound like legitimate terms and legitimate agreements to make the whole entire landscape a little bit more legitimate and a little bit more recognized, right? And especially we have with the rise of, you know, some CSGO stuff being broadcasted on ESPN and everything, and it really does show that, you know, I really think that competitive gaming does have a future, you know, when it comes to terms of the Olympics, when it comes in terms of ESPN. Like, I feel like it all really does have a shot, you know, at making it super big and making it really have a big deal in major cities. You know what I'm saying? I just would love to see that, you know what I'm saying, because I'm into gaming. It'd be cool as hell to see, like, you know, CSGO or Overwatch being played at the Olympics. Like, that's so cool, man, you know what I'm saying? But that is all I got for today's video. Let me know what you guys think about competitive gaming overall, and what you think about the changes with the Overwatch Lucioball with Lucio's abilities, and the overall Summer Games thing, and also talking about, you know, the new kind of standards and limitations they set on the Overwatch, you know, League requirements for teams. If you enjoyed, make sure to leave a like, subscribe, and share down below. I appreciate you. Thanks for watching, and as always, I got you.